Hello everyone, welcome to Porterfield Run Farm. Our website will open up at 8 p.m. on Thursday and close down at 8 p.m. on Friday. So we'll have some various products available, a little bit more salad mix this week. Last week we only had about 15 bags or so. We should be able to double that. I doubt we'll be able to get to all the stores, but the good news is the salad is starting to come back. So we should be back up to full production here in a couple of weeks probably. And here's some heads right here that need to be harvested. Those are a little bit small yet. They should be ready before too long. And we got the little mini Christmas trees over there. So that's why you can see that we didn't get the harvest off of those even one time. Not even once, but it looks like the salad over the green over there is coming through okay. Let's take a walk around through here. Some more of the salad. See how things are growing in there. A lot of wood chips have been applied down in those areas. So this chart is still here. I don't know if we'll have any for sale. It's looking questionable. Some transplants through here. Lots more transplants. So we have been planting, as you can see. Just the heat got us. All right. Looks like we have some basil and whatnot growing over there. For some of those plant starts that we had for sale this year as well. Looks like some cucumbers. Those cucumber plants are about finished up. We haven't been selling those. We haven't been getting a whole lot of them. We just planted pretty much just for ourselves, knowing how the situation was going. There's a nice bed of lettuce right there. I'm sure most of that will be in the mix. And also some of this here will be in the mix as well. Pretty decent sized heads through there. Alright, let's check out the chicks. Here we are at the chicks. Our little contraption has worked out okay. It's worked out decent. This insulation here, it's worked out well to keep the heat from this off, and it's also been doing a good job of reflecting the sun as well, keeping them cool. But they've been in here for, I guess it's been 2 weeks now. So they're getting to where they're just about big enough. So I wanted to be able to make it through for at least 7 days in here. So we were able to pull 2 weeks. When we ordered these chicks, they got our order wrong. We're supposed to get 75 and only sent us 63. And we've lost one in here so far just due to natural causes, so we're down to 62. So that's good news. If we had 75, it would work for 75 days, excuse me, for 7 weeks, which is good news. They're definitely plenty big now to where they're not going to be affected by any snakes if we had to put them back in the other brooder we have up in the barn, the multi-purpose brooder. All right, let's go to the second garden. Here we are down at the second garden. I believe carrots have been planted right here very recently, keeping them covered. Some more carrots through here. Not totally sure what we have underneath those covers there. And let's hop the fence here. Some onions. We have not sold any of the onions yet. Spoke with Anna about that briefly. She was saying they're not really a good size. Well, we'll see about that. We might get these for sale before too long. And then these are sweet potatoes through here. That's what I've been meaning to tell you. Sweet potatoes all through here. It's our first time planting those ever. My first time as well. So I think we planted them a little too thick, but that's all right. Here are the green beans. I never did come through here and thin these out. We'll just see what happens. Hopefully it'll be okay. If we can kind of look in here a little closer. And there are some beans on there, so we may be a-okay. Let's take a look in here some more. I don't know if you can see down there. But yeah, there's some more beans. So we're probably going to be okay. We should have enough to do some canning. If we have any extra, we might be able to share those with y'all as well as far as on the website. These tunnels here, I can't remember what are under these. She just planted here. I don't know what she planted. That's right. Then we have watermelons growing all over the place in here. And there's one. There's one over there. Pretty good size one over there. And all the peppers. And it looks like we have a little volunteer tomato in here as well, or something like that. I'll have to go back to the videos and look. All right, let's go to the back to Eden garden for a minute. rough ride up through here. We'll stop up here and just take a quick peek. Alright, the potatoes have not turned out too wonderfully spectacular. Those are the red potatoes. We only got one row of the white potatoes in, and looks like they're doing okay. I don't know what that plant is up there. I cannot remember. It's some sort of squash, but it's a different looking type of squash. We have tomatoes. Looks like she planted some flowers up here for the fun of it. And there's some deep wood chips. Well, we've had something that was getting in here. I didn't weed eat this with how busy we were previously. It got out of control. It was getting really high. As you can see, there's some, it's just leaves, never mind. But it got out of control. It took me about, that took a long time to weed eat this. I don't know how long it took. I've been doing a whole lot of mowing since we haven't been having a whole lot to sell, trying to catch up on that. And I tell you what, I overdid it. So today I wasn't feeling too good. Had that old hay fever. Mowing 3 nights in a row just tore me up. But anyway, now we've been pulling some squash and zucchini off of these. Not a whole lot. Not a huge amount. Looks like we have a few cucumbers up here. I'm not sure what that gourd is right there either. But the tomatoes are starting to rock and roll. That's right, I was going to say that from where I wasn't able to weed eat the fence, it didn't have any charge on it, and something was getting in here and eating tomatoes, taking bites out of things. I came up here recently when I did the weed eating, as you can see, to train this to go downhill. Oddly enough, I was wanting to go uphill. I would have figured it would have done something opposite, but that's pretty interesting. So now we're just trying to train them back down this way, and that'll provide cover from crows and whatnot. If they want to try and come in here, they'll be a little bit too afraid to hop in. Let's go see how big this gourd is through here. Oh, we did have a cantaloupe today too. We had a cantaloupe that came off of this little vine right here. It was probably a little bit bigger than the size of a softball, but it was tasty. Worth a try. These, I don't know what these are. I'm pretty sure they're not pumpkins. I'm pretty sure they are not. Ooh, look at that vine, that's going way over there. Let me go ahead and fix that while we're up here. Alright. Now, I'll show you one more thing, and then we'll head down and talk about one last thing about the chickens. Yeah, there we go. Pretty cool. Alright, see you in a second. We haven't put the chickens in here yet. I want to talk to you about one more thing. Just got this installed today. Hopefully it'll help us out. We were having 3 of those 5-quart waters you sit on the ground in here, as you saw in previous videos. So I bought this little system here to see if it will do us any good for moving around, save us a little bit of time hopefully with not having to pick up the waters, move them all the time. Maybe I'll save some time cleaning as well. We were constantly cleaning out those other ones because they were getting feces in it. We were having to clean them out. It wasn't a whole lot, but I mean, I had to clean them out 2 to 3 times a day just to keep clean, fresh water for them. Yeah, chickens, you know, chickens, they don't really care too much about poop. They never really do. They just do their thing, right? Now, the interesting thing is that these waters that are fed from this bucket, they have a float on them, so that way they shut off whenever they're full. It's said that you have to put them on blocks. And I thought I could get away without doing that, but guess what? I guess you just got to follow the way to go. So what I did instead was I secured blocks to the bottom, so now they don't tip over. And they're hanging, so they should be able to just scoot right along the ground. I have some safety wire on there holding them up. As you can see, it's kind of hard to see. It's wanting to zoom in on the fence here. But yeah, right down in there. So we'll see if these things actually work. I don't want to say what they are just yet, just in case this is a horrible idea, or you're not buying something that's not going to be effective. But we'll see. I'm a little bit. These are actually made for chicks, and I think what I might have to do is probably cut every other one of these support veins out, and maybe that'll give them enough room to get their beaks in there when they get bigger. We'll have to keep an eye on it and see how this goes. But it seemed to be a little bit of a, it may be a cheaper alternative than the big bell waters, and supposedly they're a pain to keep the valve closed on, from what I've heard. So I was saying maybe there's another way we can go about it with without having to deal with the bell water. So this might be an answer, might not be. All right, let's get the chicks in here. And just like that, the chickens magically appear up here. The chicks. There they are. They've already gotten into the feed over there. We just put that down a few minutes ago, and a few of them have already tried to drink out of these waters here. I may have made one little mistake that I didn't think about. Let me get in there and fix that wire sticking out there too. But I use safety wire, which is stainless steel wire, and they've been kind of pecking at that. So maybe a shiny object's not the best thing to use for a fastener, but oh well. And there they are over there. And they've been pecking at the grass here too. These are pecking at the grass a whole lot earlier than the last bunch we had. But we have been kind of pulling them out of the brooder every now and then, letting them peck the grass. So a few of them have already had some experience to teach the others. Yep, feeding frenzy. Well, thank y'all so much for watching. We appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.